You know, I'm fed up over the top. All heathens. Constantly want to mess with somebody. Constantly want to make them think that he's hearing things, or it's this, or it's that, or it's this, or it's that. I hear the little shit you install. And then you linked up to earlier with the highly illegal scanning thing. That's a war crime. You know, if I ever get a polygraph, what the outcome would be? Nobody ever listens. And then you get egg on your face, pie, whatever you want to call it. Nobody else pays fucking rent. Pardon my language, Lord, but I'm a little aggravated at this point in time. If you're trying to push me out the door, you're doing a good job. But who's gonna pick up the rent? Y'all gonna start kicking the shit out? Look, see, back outside. And there's a high EMF content. If housing came by, if the health department came by, they would say it would be inhabitable for everyone. To me, it's like you're trying to poison me. My daughter's got blood in her nose. I got kids puking. I got kids feeling dizzy. I'm feeling dizzy and nauseous. I mean, in my daughter's video, she says she's got blood in her nose when she blew it. It ain't from nothing but blowing her nose. Shouldn't be there. See, why is it that, all day long, I'm awake, but then when it's time for me to go to bed, see, pulling out now, I said something. I still don't care. All day long, while I'm awake, everybody wants to get as much sleep as they can so they can stay up and fuck with me as much as they can all night long while everybody else is asleep. Oh, my bad. Nah, they just backed the truck up to the end of the driveway, it sound like. That or somebody got in it at the end of the driveway. Yeah, somebody got in up the street, up by the garage. That's what it was. See, treasonous motherfucker to the Constitution and to the American people. Backed up, door open, somebody got in. You know, I'll pray for him to find God, but that won't ever happen. Then you got the fire department blowing their horns and shit with their horn campaign. Shit is so old it ain't even funny. So old. I mean, I guess since I don't get no rest, I don't get no peace and quiet, I ain't left alone, I guess I'm up for a change of scenery. I got 3 kids to raise, so if something happens to me, the address on my ID, they did it. It's flat out. I'm gonna go right to the point with it. I mean, I find it highly suspicious, and everybody wants to say it's one thing when I think it's something totally different. But I'm tired of not getting a good night's sleep. I'm tired of not, getting peace and quiet. I'm tired of not having freaking privacy. It's because of all these people around here got these demonic attachments because of their worldly possessions. They're all wrapped up in the world. They ain't got time for God. They only got time for themselves. That's the sad part. See, had I known he'd have been like this later on in his years, I never would have helped him lift bricks upstairs. The rest of these people, I'd have never done shit for them neither. But it's called empathy. I guess I'm the only one around here that has it. We'll bother the widow, that's gotta get up crack of dawn in the morning with kids. We'll bother him. We'll give him pain. We won't let him get a moment's rest. I hope that works out for you when you get to heaven. I'm not joking at all. I'm being 100% serious when I say this. I hope it works out for you when you get to heaven. The same shit you thinking right now that you think you're going to be able to say to God and enter his kingdom, you keep thinking it. Because you ain't getting in. I'm telling you right now. Unless you've watched the video and quoted something I've said, you do not know a quote from the Bible, one. You got hearts of stone. You're too much in worldly possessions. And y'all seem to have attachments. I'm just calling it how I see it. Just like earlier, it felt like somebody was in my brain. I felt so fucking sick, pardon my language, Lord. It felt like somebody was in my brain. Yep. They knew who I'm talking about. It wasn't funny because I felt sick, dizzy, nauseous. But I didn't feel like that this morning. No. Uh-uh. I felt right as rain. I'm telling you, man, you have a chance to find God. You have a chance to turn your life around. If not, when it's judgment time, you're not gonna like the outcome. Why is it somebody like me that, decides to stop doing all these things in the world and start, paying attention to God? Why is it me? That's when you should start paying attention. Look, when I stop doing stuff in the world and start paying attention to God, that's when your ass should start doing the same thing. But when you can't, that's because you got some kind of evil attachment, you're doing witchcraft, you're doing some bullshit that you ain't supposed to be doing. And when you get to heaven, God ain't gonna take no BS from you. He gonna look right through to you with, right through you like, you was paper thin. I should be able to get sleep. I should be able to feel secure. I shouldn't have to put up with bullshit noise. I shouldn't have to put up with nothing. Like right now, there's somebody straight over here right now. Unless they over here. I mean, you would think you would want to go to heaven instead of hell. Like, that ain't no place to be. But apparently, nobody has time for God. It's all about themselves. And, if I could stop doing all those things I was doing, smoking cannabis, drinking, clubbing, smoking cigarettes, and I'm starting to read the Bible all the time and, go to church and keep the Sabbath and everything else, why can't anybody else? You too good for it? Man, that's sad. And I knew something was a little off when somebody mentioned the dude's name named Peter today. I ain't seen him in a minute. But there was something off about him when I knew him. That's alright. I didn't know the neighborhood knew each other like that, but I thought it was a quiet little neighborhood, everybody kept to themselves, but I guess I was wrong. But I got two of my kids tonight and downstairs getting ready for bed or asleep or, something. So if something happens to me, my ID says it all. Because I'm tired of the BS. Tired of them all. Just gets to the point to where, you get tired of preaching to them because it doesn't sink in. I mean, they can't say when they get to heaven that you didn't try, speaking it to them. God bless. Have a good afternoon. Good evening, whatever. You like that flash of light that shouldn't have been in there? That wasn't me. There ain't no light out here.